Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Haikyuu,烏野高校versus白鳥沢学園高校. Or you could call it Haikyuu, third season or season 3, which is on episode 2. Now, this episode right here, crack-a-lacking crazy, that's for sure. Things are getting really tense and getting heated for the time moment, especially for certain sides. But Karasuno's the one the one having a lot of trouble later, you know? So if anything else, let's just get this started. Okay, we have to it that it continues off from last week's episode and it plays its opening, you know? Like Ushijima or something like that spiked the ball and freaking Nishinoya couldn't catch that. Of course, the Karasuno lost 2 more points because they were hecka nervous or they're messing up right now. And we have to it that one of our Karasuno players gets really upset about this and tells him, "Wake the up and calm down, okay? So this is not the time to freaking going naval or crazy nervous right now." And of course, that's the truth. Eventually, as the episode continues, we have to it that Nishinoya tells the Karasuno team 3 times, "I need that amount and I'll get used to it." And therefore, it comes true later in the episode when he actually gotten Ushijima's spike or serve or something or ball. But when it comes to certain servings and so forth, we do get some information how Ushijima is really strong with his left hand. And I didn't even realize that until it was mentioned in this episode. Really stupid of me. I should have realized it last week. But eventually, of course, Ushijima's is left-handed, and that gives him a great advantage. Not to mention his strength as well, because usually when it comes to volleyball, a lot of people will tend to be right-handed, you know, and that's what makes it that's what makes an advantage for many people, you know, eventually. But because Ushijima hits and spikes the ball with his left hand or something, and we do get to see a serve, and he's pretty tense and crazy right there, no joke about it. Eventually, as the episode continues, of course, Karasuno does get too focused on their ace, which is Ushijima, and that's when things kind of gotten a little more tense because they usually forgotten that there are other players too. It's like this way, you know? Everyone is focused on one player because he's the one that's giving one team the advantage. But what makes it more at that disadvantage as a con is that you're so focused on one person in the game is that you forget about the other players, that they become a threat as well. And of course, Ushijima does talk to one of his players and how annoying Hinata is, because he literally gets told off that by Hinata, "We're gonna kick your butt and go to the nationals." That's one thing for sure. And I go "Oh boy, here it goes," that kind of thing. And of course, we do have one of Shiratora's players. Of course, I think that's Satori Tendo. Of course, I think his name was not said, but it looks like I kind of said it anyway. The red hair guy or redhead, and so forth, you know. Of course, when it comes to Hinata serving and hitting the ball, of course, he pretty much has that kind of advantage, you know. But eventually, towards the end of the episode, of course, is this guy, the redhead, is actually focused on Hinata now because of how he managed to get Wakatoshi or Ushijima riled up or something. He later on actually ends up blocking Hinata's spike when he went diagonal, and he tells Hinata, "You want to be Wakatoshi? You gotta beat me first," and so forth. And in other words, he's challenging Hinata to that thing, you know, you want to get to Ushijima and beat him, you gotta kick my butt first. So overall, one thing for sure is Shiratozawa does take the first set, and that is pretty much, I think it was intended to happen, because with Ushijima spiking the ball many times with his left hand and winning, you know, it gotten a little it became an advantage for for Shiratozawa to take the first set. But eventually, though, Karasuno does catch up, but not enough to a point where they still lose the first set. I think the score was about like 24-16 before Ushijima or someone else like took the first set or something. Yeah. So right now, like that hedgehog redhead guy pretty much challenges Hinata like, you want to get to Ushijima, you gotta beat me first or something. That's about it. So if anything else, pretty tense episode. I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye. Choo-choo-doo.